hands down, hand-me-downs, in order and out of order, creating, the thought of creation, the thought, the preparation, the building of the thought, the preparation, the blueprints. I actually forgot what I was going to say. Joking around so much. Occupied. Am I occupied? I started to set up my little table. I wanted to move. I had like a horn, which I have no idea where it is now in the apartment. But I have a horn that one day I might need. I got to put it somewhere. Where do I put it? So I just thought of, oh, I can put it in the bottom drawer. That's not what I was thinking first. I wanted to move my lights and candles from drawer number one over here. And I wanted to put them in drawer number 2 and put the other stuff in drawer number 1. And then I decided to clean the whole thing. And then I turned around and I saw that over there, right there. Cat in the box, sleeping in the box. I got a couch over here, maybe not so comfortable. I'll take the box. I'll take the box. I'll take the corner. Where can I pick up the greatest vibration? I'm a cat. I'm a cat. And I'm not a flower person. I don't know much about flowers. Well, these are plants, right? They have to be occupied. They're just falling over. I don't know if, you see, I'm not taking care of them. They're so beautiful in the summer. In the winter, they like splat out. It's like you can't even give them any water. I can't give them water. I gave them too much water. But I'm only watering once a month and less or something like that. And you know what keeps happening? I'm not sure if you can see. Tons of babies. Tons of babies. I think I'm gonna have to look up and see if I can cut the babies off. Oh my God, I'm cutting the babies off. I'm suffering them. I can give them new life or I can throw them out. It won't make a difference to them. How are they grown? How do they know what to do? What is a flower? It keeps repeating the information it was given. Can we turn that flower into something else? Maybe eventually over time, if we keep feeding it different information, bringing up different pieces and parts out of the earth, and we can turn that spider plant can one day be a rose bush. Use your imagination to create the situation for the possibility to actually happen. And it's easy. If you knew all sciences, you would feed it, slowly changing one piece and one particle in that plant. That plant would be like a malignant plant, right? It would like be all twisted up. And it'd be changing. It's like breaking out of your skin. You ever see those movies where how do they either make this face show up with another face, or you see the face changing? How do they make that face change? They make it change how? In Hollywood, years ago, how would they make the face change? Okay, what do you have to do to the gigabytes or whatever you call these things that show my face on the other end? So if you show my face on the other end and you bring it in slowly and you're bringing pieces and parts and squares and dots that all of a sudden, well, look, no more snow on the TV. What is that snow? Little bits and squares that outline the image of who you are. Flat. I'm flat. If I was flat, right, and I put this on top, you couldn't see this. I'm going to play a little video for you. Video clip. Got to look for it. Looking for it. Not sure if you can hear this. Hold on. What else? Say?
Not a live video. Seems much different. In a live video, I've noticed that I've been um, I've been what they call is sort of a rant, but the rant is not with the words babbling on. The rant is with the aggression, trying to make you laugh, trying to grab your attention at every single point. Not calm videos just with music, sound like Messer uses. Well, not all the time. Just a soft voice because I've been told by one person and almost everybody, lower your voice, lower your voice, or stop screaming. Some people hear me as screaming. Some people hear me, my regular voice, as being lower your voice. So I'm going to make this video live.
There you go. There you go, just like that. Almost like a professional. So I wrote the video out as being many hands because even if it's not a real hand from a human being, right now everybody's walking around with those sticks with the phone on it. And then we have the Canadian arm. We have the arm and we have the hand. 5 to 5, 5 and 5, 5 and 5, 5 to 5. On each side, 5 and 5, 5 1 5, 5 0 5. Is this, do you follow what I'm saying? My two hands are on the outside. Now they're on the inside. This area position of my shoulders and this area position here. First it was 5 1 5 because I was the bird in the center, although I'm the holder of both arms. I'm the controller of both arms. But what if there was a little moon on this arm and a little moon on this arm? And even though you're controlling the arms, I'm controlling the power that gets to your arms through this moon and this moon. Is this a different moon? Is Earth's moon way bigger than Mars' moons? Gotta look that up. What is the size of the Earth moon in diameter? What is the size of the Earth moon in diameter?
The diameter of moon is 3,474.2 kilometers.
And of course, we have to have an equation for this, right? We have to have an equation for that. 3474, right? Jesus of Jesus, Washington, D.C. Now, what I'm going to do is this in miles, okay? We're going to go ahead and go miles versus kilometers, calculator. So miles to yards. I don't want yards. Oh, miles to kilometers. Right, 1 kilometer. What? Miles to kilometers. 0.6213. I don't like this calculator. It's too hard for me. Wow, did it say 1760? A unit length equal to 1760 yards. Okay, so wow, 1760. That's a mile? 1760 is a mile? Wow, I never knew that. Wow, this is exciting. This is exciting. Hold on. $1,760 yards equals 1 mile. Well, wait a second. Wait a second. We've got more. We've got more. We were talking about the moon diameter. The one body to the arm, one hand, 5 of the, let's call them fingers, and then toes. I mean, I don't know about you and the 5-point star, right? But I always take the 5-point star as um, as from here to here to here. Always splitting things. In fact, no, this is the 8-point star, the way this works. Uh, there to there to there, and then it goes there uh, to there, and then you got that 8-point star. And what's actually happening when you're doing this is you're not going to here, which is your 45-degree angle. You're going to here, and I call that 66.6-degree angle. That's the angle it is in basic numbers, because from here to here is 45. From here to here is 90. So between 45 and 90 equals, the average is minus 23.4. So I'm just guessing. If you take away 23.4, this becomes a 6. This becomes a 6. You would need to carry the 1 from here. This now becomes an 8. This becomes a 6. You now have 666. Is that right? Is that right? And if you go the other way, from the 45-degree angle with 2, 3, and 4, right? You end up with 4. You end up with 8. You end up with 6, and that would be the seconds in a day. But I think this is wrong. This would be 68, right? Hold on a second. I want to do this right. There could be a mistake in here, right? This has to become 666 and 450. This would be 216, and this is the miles to the moon, or the miles instead of the kilometers. 2160 equals to the excuse me, equals to the 3474 74. What was it again? Did I use the same thing? What was it? Anyways, it was 3474.6, right? Which is actually 3476. Because once you're inside of 5, I'm not going to explain this. I just believe that when do you move numbers over? You ever see a slot machine where the thing that falls on this one, and because it falls on this one and that reel is like this, it turns back 1? Well, when you get to 4, you go forward 1, like the leap year, take an extra 1. So the closest number, although it is 5, some reason it gives it 6, because 6 is the reverse. Anyways, forget it. This is closer to 5. And in order to get 5, you need the 1. The 1 is the reverse of the 6. Anyways, whatever it is, sometimes some are different than others. It's 1.4 difference. Doesn't really matter when you're measuring with a telescope. Anyways, so now we needed 2160. So where is the 18? So I guess this number of 234 is no good. Okay, we're missing 9. So it would have to be 675 would be the middle number. So 90 to 675 equals 235. 5 and 5, 0. Carry the 1. No, 225. Carry the 1, 0. Carry the 1, 9. Okay, it's 225. The thing about this is it's 225, 234, and 216. And what this actually is see, 666 is right, is a right number, but you have to know what you're calculating. And here's the thing. Now, what am I calculating? I'm calculating, if we started, let me use this over here as the big square. If I calculated right to here on my 90-degree angle, this being my 90, this being my 675, and this being my 180, I like to just call this 90, 675, 90, right? And this one would also be a 9. It totals 90. What happens is you need area space So the area space you need is measured this way. That means of this width from either the top or the bottom in this M-like position, okay, is the separation and association of the area space. This is the area space. Now, if we want to look at on the other corner and see it the other way, let me see if I can draw this properly. See this army stripe here? So this is the area of space it's taking up. But instead of it going out wide like this, it's actually, see this angle over here I just drew? I should do it on a bigger paper. Well, this is the angle of the new Twin Towers. See, the center is the old Twin Tower. There's one. I mean, I'm not really sure which way you want to draw this. Right? When you pull this down, you put this here, we got a tower. And then this one over here, we got a tower this way. And this might be pointing to different places in the world. One that's going straight up mean closer to you, and one that's further away on this angle mean further away, and also representing one of your N's and your Z's. So we're going to draw this on a bigger piece of paper. I have to get, my arm hurts from holding this. What happened to my, just give me a second. I just want to point out, I've been working a little bit up above my, and there's more ideas I keep coming up with. I got to keep starting over, and then my GameStop in the back. Communication, telephone, Genius, GameStop, AMC theaters. It's all planned out. It's going to be in a theater near you. What's going on, what everybody notices. If it's a crazy situation, like the stock market crash in 2008 that made a movie, like 9/11 that made a movie, like all the crazy things that come to paper, that come back into your head to make a movie, this is a story, a complete story, bringing it to AMC theaters. Communication Nokia, divided by 3. Who will it be? Goodness, the energy from the sun and the moon, spectacular movement. What does the moon do? The moon is like a lock, like an electrical lock, like somebody's going to be tied up. The electrical lock of the moon. Game stop. The game is over. Everything has come to a stop, come to a halt. Nobody's moving. Everybody's inside. So anyways, let me do this piece one more time. I was talking about the diameters to the moon, and what's funny about that is the diameter to the moon, if you look it up, it's 3476. I mean, you can say 3474, but in between 1 and 5, the average is 3, 1, 3, 5. In between 2 and 4, the average is 3. So we know the number in between here is 3. Between 3 and 5, between 2 and 6, the average number is 2, 4, 6, 3, 4, 5, 4. Between 5 and 9, and 8 and 6, the dividing of the 7th gate of time, 5 and 9, E-I-E-I-O, to the half-life church in the heaven through the 7th gate, in which 7 is 5 and 2, in which 7, okay, is 8 and 8, 16, 1 and 6 is 7, to where 7 is 1 and 6, to where 7 is 4 and 3, to where 7 is 9 remains 7. Always through the 7th gate is the birth spirit. Because in all these numbers that you see here, there's only one that's actually right, and one that occupies other numbers. where 1 lives inside 5 because it's the single position inside of 8. It's also the 9th gate at the same time. If it was first, is it last? Because if 9 is here, then only 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is on the outside, keeping you in the heavens. If you add up 2 through 8, not like 1 through 9, which is 45, or 1 and counting through 9 equals to 45. Now you must take away 10, it only equals to 35. So when we come up with the number 35, we're coming up with the calculation of the in-between of the value of 35 surrounding the 1 and the 9 that's in the center. But wait a second, take away the 5, because the 5 is no longer on the outside. So 1, 5, 9 are now in the center, because the center position here is number 5. Number 5 center position to the 1 dot of all the total of 9. Or we can leave 9 void, but 9 is over here. 9 moves over here. Now we have all kinds of space. The 1 position and the 9 positions now are divided between 2, 3, and 6, and 4, 7, and 8. In the heavens of Christ is the 7th gate. 4 and 4, 8. 8 and 8, 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 7 and 7 is 14. But 1 and 4 is also 5. So how the numbers come back to be. But let's leave that out. So now 1, 5, and 9 are in the center. And the total is 15, and that is Mars. 30 is on the outside. So you have in between 5 and 7 is 6, which is the moon, and 4 and 8, which is Pluto. Or you can have 5 and 1, and 8 and 4. See this here? This will create... I'm going to show you the building that this creates, and also the Lamed. It's the Giza pyramids, 5184, which is Pluto and Mars. So you have 30 on the outside, you have 15 on the in between. 5 and 7 is the moon, 4 and 8, son of Pluto, keeping it easy, is the half-life. And the number that goes here is 5, 6, 7, 4, 6, 8. So we end up with 1, 3, 5, 3. We end up with 2, 4, 4, 6. So we have 3, 4. The in-between number between here and here is 7. So we have 3, 4, 7. And the in-between number here is 6, 34, 76. All surrounding, and this is my diameter, my moon. What's in my moon? 1, 5, and 9 remain in the moon. On this side, we have 19, the spirit. On this side, we have 11, 6, 9, 11. 11 and 19, KS, King of Spades. 11 and 19. So now when we ever see 11 and 19 coming together, we just have to think that's the situation that goes with those numbers. And I didn't make this up. My science is finding what's actually existing, what somebody has already created. If I'm going to look like the nut, the only nut I'm going to look like is, why am I doing it? Why is he doing that? Passion. Passion. Any kind of passion. So now we're going to do this design here. So I'm now multitasking because I didn't clean up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18. 18? Well, look at that. I'm not even on my line. See, once you count this, once you get here, and you know here, right, you automatically know you can draw a line. You can draw a line from here to here just by knowing the distance here. You go, oh, look, it's right down here. You put a dot. So just by drawing these 2 dots on this angle, you automatically find the other 2. But if I draw these 2 dots here, would I be able to find my dot here? No, I'd have to count again. Here I didn't have to count. I only had to count once. If I go down to here, I have to count until I get to 18 because I wouldn't know. So the angle shortens your count. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to guess this is the center. And this is the smallest block to the center. And I'm using number 18 for no specific reason. 18 is partly a representative of Mars. Mars is the value of multiplication of 1.5 times 12 equals to 18, which is actually 2 times 9. How do our numbers work? Do they work in 12 or 9? Well, when we start off with 1 and 2, we have to end up with 1 and 2. And then forget about everything in between. So when you add up 3 through 9, will equal to 42. And when you equal to 3 to 9, it'll equal to 42. But we have to mark it this way. So that's why it looks like 24 going in. So we have a total of 66 in between 3 and 3 equaling to 12. 1 and 2 is now 3. We have 3, 3, 3. And this is my pig's pregnancy of 3 weeks, 3 days, 3 months. And now we have to talk about the pig. So if this would be my separation I was talking about, I don't know if that's in the center. That doesn't look like it's in the center. Okay, it is in the center. Is that too much light? Can somebody, is that not enough light? Is that too much light? Let me move this away. We still had 1,760 yards. We had 3,476 and 2,160. This is moon. Let me see if I can calculate this. Can we get this calculation? 1760. Whoop. 1760 times 2160, which is also your birth. 9 times 24. Equals 380.16. Don't know what it means. 380.16 times 2160 is 380.1600. I don't want to make anything up. I wanted to see it right away. I mean, I got the church. I got the Half-Life Gateway spirit. I got the separation of the zero. I got the separation of the 0 and the 00 showing in my roulette to the spirit of 38 numbers. I don't know. 1760 in football fields would be what? 1760 divided by 120 equals 1466. 1460. Anyways, what we're going to do here is we have to find out the size of this. So the square is this big. So we have to make the square this big. So what I do is I do this for my area space. Walking the fine line. Now, my question is here is, since we talked about this being the 90 degree over here, and this being the 180 degree, we're starting to bring out dimension because this line over here is also too thin. This line also has to be wider, but I can't design it on this paper. How would I do it? I would do it like this, and like this, and like that. That's the way I would do my wall. Is it the wall this way, or would I be doing it this way? Where would I have thickness come in? This way? See the way it becomes thick? And then I'd be doing, is it that way, or should I keep doing this? Not really sure what I should have been doing. Thickness to the situation. Y and Y, Y, Z, Y. Can that be one of the reasons? Anyways, this area over here, what happens is if this is my 90 and this is my 180, this would be my 675 in between. But between here and between here, and you notice the way we create the W, the inside of the V, the outside of the W. Why is there an outside of the W? What's going on? Maybe your number 3 that ends up showing up, and obviously comes down to the head of the block, right? That's my 3 on that angle. So this area over here, right, will become the area of what is known before and after in size, which will be 666, 675, and 684. On this side over here, it'd be broken up into 3 areas. It's in 3 areas. Actually, it's not like that. It's actually like that over here, scaling all the way down over here. So that's your size, is between 666 and 684. And this is your in-between separation point. If you had to stabilize this, you can put them here and you can put it here. The more further away, that, anyways, would we call this the ding-dong, the area of the bell? The sun is your right hand, the moon is your left, the middle is the earth, third eye. Got it. So anyways, that's what I got over here. And the way to create this design here, okay, is, I mean, I can do it in each individual square. Where is the, see, there's 2 parts to the square. There's the own zone, and then there's the wall that's in between and the hallway. Your room is here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The hallway is 2, and the other side is 8. So if we're trying to understand maybe what numbers mean, cycle of the moon, so we'd end up with so I'm not really sure how we want to look at this. Is this the E plugin? Should we separate this and say, here's my 1 area, here's my 2nd area? Because there's a separation here, what should my hallway get? Would it get 21? Because I'm going from 2 areas into 1, 21. What does that mean? And then over here, is there something, what's happening in these 2 areas? Should I actually be counting this as 4, 1, 4? The separation of 1, 1 not counting, counting for the half-life. For the 8 and 8, can I put 3.5, 3.5, and 1? What would be the separation value over here? Well, how many 9s are between in here and here? There's 9 9s. There's 10 9s between here and here, between 90 and 180. There's 10 9s, so it would be 5 and 5. So this would be 4, 2, 4. But it can't be 4, 2, 4 because this is cutting down. It'd be 4, 2, 1, 4. Because the 2, 1 is telling me I'm starting at the point 2 and ending up at 1. I'm just questioning myself right now. Anyways, there's more to be done in calculating and understanding the miles. We were 5 here, people left, it's okay. Aqua Bear, thank you for being here. I'm going back to paint. I never knew that cleaning a drawer was going to open up an inspiration and a thought. We also have, like you said, the sun over here, right? Now, you notice the body, you see the 5-point star, but no, that's not what you're actually, what you can only see. That line in center can also reflect this. Which you can also look like as this. 4 going around 1. These 4 are turning around 1. See, when you see the body of light this way, you see it inside, but it's showing different distances. But in each actuality, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. The beginning and the end of each line is 10. And it's 2. If it was a crisscross, it'd be two directions, 4 directions, 6 directions. But in all actuality, it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. But if you really wanted to look at it, maybe we can just make them into hearts, right? Maybe we can just make it into hearts. Raphael 70, 286, and a constellation of Pegasus. Have a nice Sunday afternoon.